So I was born and raised in southern Indiana. Don't have much going on there like the big cities. So I grew up out in the country, and I never really hung out with too many people growing up. Once I got into high school, that's whenever I took sports to the next level. I started wrestling very, very seriously, and I would travel the country and wrestle with the best because I wanted to be the best. I ended up going to college to wrestle very, very temporarily. It was short-lived, not too long, but I got a scholarship to wrestle. Realized that there was really no future in wrestling for me, so I transferred schools, tried to figure out what I wanted to do in the meantime, going to college. And yes, I graduated with a business degree. I pursued some other things, other types of degrees at the time, but nothing really stuck with me besides one thing, and that was being in the gym training. That I never deviated from that. It was, if I had nothing else to do, it wasn't go out and party, it wasn't call up a buddy to go, do this or do that. It was, I went to the gym. That's where my friends were. That's where, if nobody was in the gym, it didn't matter. I just loved to go and train. And so you could always find me in the gym at least a couple hours of every single day. And thankfully, that's where I met some of the most valuable people in my life, some of my best friends, my coach, and it really kept me, probably most importantly, it kept me on track, kept me focused on a goal, which I think is extremely important, not just for myself, but for everyone. We should all have a goal that we're striving for every day, and this was my goal, was to be a bodybuilder. So I love to train. You could always catch me in the gym training at least a couple hours a day. But even then, some of us who love training and have the passion for training and bodybuilding, you're gonna have down days that you don't necessarily wanna be in the gym, you're a little bit more tired than others. And how I became a bodybuilder, if you wanna be specific, was I was sitting outside the gym in my car, and I was trying to find some sort of motivation to go and hit legs, okay? So, and again, at this time I didn't really have an end goal of what I want to do. I just love training. So I'm sitting there and I look up on YouTube, bodybuilding motivation. So a video pops up. I'm sitting there watching a YouTube video of a bunch of bodybuilders and a lot of motivational people speaking in the video, and the music's hardcore, and I'm getting amped up. And I see some of these bodybuilders, and finally it just clicked. And I thought to myself, I'm gonna be a bodybuilder. And I'm the type of person where if I think it, that's nice, but if I say it out loud, I'm gonna make it happen. So though it was just me in the car, I said it out loud. I said, I'm gonna be a bodybuilder. This is what I'm gonna look like. I'm gonna be a bodybuilder. I walked into the gym. I looked at my friends, and I looked at them dead in the eye, and I said, I'm gonna be a bodybuilder. I'm gonna make it happen. So, rest is history. If you're determined and you believe it, you can achieve it. If you dream it, you can become it. That's what I've always believed in. So now here we are, IFBB Pro bodybuilder, Derek Lunsford. I never thought that it would come. In the beginning, I never expected it to go this far, but we're just getting started. I'm still trying to wrap my head around everything and how, I'm gonna be competing at the most prestigious show in the world. I mean, this is the pinnacle of bodybuilding. And just a few short years ago, I was the first time I really just said, I'm gonna be a bodybuilder. And at the time, I don't even think I really meant a pro bodybuilder. I thought it was just, I wanted to look like a pro bodybuilder. So with that just being, 4 years ago, at most maybe 5 years ago, and now to be considered one of the best in the world, man, I'm really, honestly, at a loss of words for it. I feel very blessed. I am extremely grateful and thankful for everyone's support and the opportunity itself. Everything just kind of came in line perfectly, and I do have very strong faith that this is my calling. This is what I'm supposed to do. Otherwise, I don't think I would be in the position that I am. I think that with my strong faith, I think God has blessed me with a great talent, but He's also asked me to put in the work. And so that's what I promised myself, I promised everyone else, and that I would make sure to do the work. Even whenever you're tired, you're run down, you don't want to hit that leg day or do the cardio, or maybe you want to have a little extra food because you're hungry. That's when it's important that you know your calling, and you know what you're supposed to do, and you know what you want to do, and what the goal is, and you just do it. You don't question things. You do what you got to do to be the best you can be. There's just something different about people that are so-called successful. It's their drive, their passion, their determination, not letting anything get in their way, just being extremely focused on what the task is at hand and the end goal. So I think that whether it's bodybuilding, or if it's another sport, or if it's being an actor, actress, or even if it's a businessman, I think that it's all kind of the same thing, and it's all in the mind. And if you put 100% into what you're passionate about, or if you just put 100% in every single day towards something, you're gonna get 100% back out of it. I mean, you're gonna get the most out of it. And I've always been the type of person where I'm always goal-oriented, I'm always goal-driven, and if I don't have a goal, then I start to wonder, start to think about other things. If I have a goal, I'm very, strict and very determined to accomplish that. So, I think that that's what I want to be. I want to be successful in what I'm doing, so I want to do the same thing that others have done, who have become successful in their own endeavor. My goals moving forward they don't really ever change. I mean, you can say, doing one show versus another, this is what you want to improve, but all in all, bodybuilding is developing yourself inside and out the best you possibly can. So not just being bigger, more muscular, a better bodybuilder, but being more stronger minded, or being more knowledgeable about diet, nutrition, supplementation, training. That's my goals moving forward, which has been the goal since day one. So I don't think, winning or losing a show, whether you're pro or amateur, your goals should ever change. I mean, bodybuilding is bodybuilding, and it's something that you do for yourself. You're developing your body, and you're developing your mind, and being more knowledgeable.